What is good, YouTube? This is Buns with Pro Play Games here with Quantai, Washington, who just got second place at our first OTAKON tournament here at OTAKON. There we go. So, and what did you play today?
Today I was playing Magical Muskets.
Magical Musketeers. So let's get into the deck profile.
Okay, so starters, we're playing 3 Caspar, the main card that you want to play in the deck, 3 up always. Next you'll play 3 Kid Brave, but just because he's a +2 draw power, gotta love him.
Pluses are good.
2 Docs, just because he's a recruit card from the graveyard back to your hand, you definitely need him. 2 Starfires, she's like the combo of the play, which we'll get to, but she's like the first turn OTK.
Nice.
Next up we play 1 Calamities. I like her, I just don't want to see her that much, because if you see too much of her, then you pretty much break the entire game.
Right.
And the non-musket monster we're playing is 3 Ash.
Right.
I mean, who doesn't need Ash?
You have to play 3.
Exactly. On to our spells. We play 3 Call by the Grave.
Have to play 3.
Very useful. If you're running muskets, you gotta have Call by the Grave to keep your effects running, for Caspar to add, to do Starfire, to get her from deck to field. Gotta have her.
Yep. It's a great card.
Next up, we play 3 Ties of the Brethren.
That card is also insane.
It is. Throughout the whole tournament, I barely see them that much, but when I do see them, it helps.
The card's good.
Next up, 3 Cross Domination for negation and 0 attack. 1 Steady Hands, just because it's a doubler and also an extender to your place. 1 Upstart.
Shout out to my boy Patrick Hoven.
Also an extender, plus a +1 draw. 2 Desires. 3 is too much, 1 is not enough, but 2 is just right. 2 Super Polys.
Why 2 instead of 3?
2 is enough for me. I like to see 2. I don't like to see 1, because 1 is not enough. I don't know. I just want to see it as soon as possible for whatever it's worth. 3 is too much, because you want to see your magical muskets more than any of your spell or trap cards. Right. So yeah, Super Poly works with this deck.
I think being at 3 is going to change the format a little bit.
It will, but for right now, 2 works well for this deck so far. Next up, I play 2 Instant Fusions.
Okay.
Of course, it's still a 3-0, but I'd rather see 2, because I only got literally 3 targets for Instant Fusion targets. So we'll get to that as soon as I get done with the deck. And the MVP of the entire game is Double or Nothing.
Oof, spicy. See, the Double or Nothing's making its way into all sorts of decks.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. But for this deck, it literally combos off when you have Starfire. Starfire goes off to have a Calamities, or a vice versa. It starts in the grave, so you have Calamities. That's all you need.
It makes the Utopia and all the fun stuff.
1-turn Utopia. Next up for our traps, we run 3 Desperados, a Destruction. Next up, we've got 2 Last Stands. It's a weird situation. I couldn't find a 3rd Last Stand, so I had to switch out for something else in my deck, which I'm going to show you. But right now, this actually works out pretty well with just 2.
2 seems to be the ratio.
Yeah. And the 3rd target to substitute it was a Solemn Judgment.
Gotta say no sometimes, right?
You got to. Which, it got me there. So it's like, summon out my monster, my magical monster max, Solemn Judgment. They changed the Solemn Judgment, because I used the this guy to help it out. Keep the flow from going.
Alright, so that is the main board.
Oh, last two.
Last two. Let's get it.
And my last two, I'm going to show you simultaneously, would be Fiendish Deal and Crooked Crown.
Awesome.
Protection and an additional summon.
Nice. Alright, that's how many cards main board?
40. Next up, going to our extra deck. We run the main core, the main boss monster for the extra deck. 3 Max.
Card is pretty good.
It's good because you get to add a spell or trap card by the number of monsters your opponent controls, or by number of spell and trap cards your opponent controls, you can summon as many monsters you want by different cards.
Nice.
One Link Karibo for the instant fusion targets, in which case it will be a Thousand Eyes Restrict and a Millennium Eyes Restrict.
Nice. Both cards are super cool.
Is an Eater and a Stop Your Ash.
Yep.
Now, as next up is the Predator Plant.
Nice. Why do you play the Predator Plant?
Well, it's good against the fusion targets. So in case right now, Heroes is a fusion-based deck, which everybody's playing right now. Plus you got their darts. So he's a super poly target, and get rid of their their hero stuff, their fusion heroes in general. So this is a win card for me. Plus it's a negator.
Right. Awesome.
Now more fusions. We got a Cyber's monster for Cyber's targets. Mud Swamp, just because I changed my target and it's a super poly target, and it cannot be targeted once you change the effect. Star Venom.
Card is good.
Best card. Targets. And yeah. And as for my extra deck, we got a Phantom Knight Sword, 1 Shark, and 1 Burrow Sword. And the last 2 cards that helps out the entire game is a Utopia double and a regular Utopia.
25 Utopia. That is awesome. You got second place today at our OTAKON Day 1. So if you had to make any changes to the deck, what would you make?
Honestly, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't change nothing out of it because I like it just the way it is. But if I wanted to, I would take out the Solemn Judgment and put in a third Last Stand because I desperately need all 3.
Great. And what was your favorite card from this weekend? Or from today, at least?
For today, I gotta say my Max. Max really pushed the game to further heights. Because like I said, plan A will be the Utopia.
Do you feel like Max gave Magical Musketeers the push they need to become possibly meta in the upcoming format?
In a way, I would say, me personally, I'll say yeah. I mean, Max is a good pusher just to get all your monsters out on board, or get all your resources like your spell and trap cards in your hand just to protect and destroy.
Alright, and you have a side deck?
Yeah, actually do.
Awesome.
It's not much, but it's a last minute setup.
Let's go through it real quick.
Sure. 2 Dimensional Barrier for the heroes. 2 Pankratops, just because they're Pankratops. 2 Veilers. 3 Evenly Matches. 3 Red Reboots. Got me in the game most of the time. And lastly, 3 Lances.
Nice. That rounds out the deck.
Yep.
Second place, Magical Musketeers. Congratulations and thank you so much for doing a deck profile.
Thank you.